Greetings, Dave Dickinson here from AstroGuys.com, and I'm going to try to get back on track doing these eclipse videos leading up to the August 21st, 2017 eclipse. This is kind of like a personal journal. We're still here in Florida right now. We're still going to be doing kind of a talking head thing. I want to get into a little more production value, but I thought I would just kick off some ideas of what I might want to talk about coming up in the next few broadcasts. I'm going to try to do one of these once a week. I'm near more stable Wi-Fi right now, so that's going to be helpful as far as uploading and maybe making things with a little higher production value and actually getting some work done. Thinking about talking about eclipse safety on a future video. I know it's going to be a big topic of discussion, and I know there's a lot of misinformation out there. Being safe, but also enjoying the eclipse at the same time. I'd like to talk about making filters, how to make homemade filters, how to safely observe the sun, that goes kind of tie in, how to make something called a sun gun, and just observing the eclipse and what to watch out for and what to look at as far as during totality, leading up to partiality. This is going to be my first total solar eclipse too. I've only ever seen an annular eclipse back in 1994 from shores of Lake Erie. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to be talking about what my personal plans are. I plan to be observing from the State Museum in Columbia, South Carolina. Again, it may be a little cloudy there, but it's I'm assured a spot along the path, and it's one of the major cities. It's going to be right along the path of totality. I'm going to talk about the history of eclipses. That would be an interesting podcast discussion too, as far as some of the science during eclipses, some of the more remarkable eclipses like the 1919 the Eddington eclipse, where they proved relativity, where they found helium, the element helium in the corona of the sun, spectrographic and balloon observations of the eclipse. I'd like to highlight some of the interesting things coming up, like the Eclipse mega movie. I might get sucked into participating, at least using a cell phone and maybe a lens adapter. Again, I'm going to be very minimalist on observing this first eclipse. I'd like to talk about future eclipses, why eclipses occur, why eclipses happen. I'd like to bring in some experts and actually talk about eclipses. There's an eclipse, another eclipse actually goes over my hometown of Presque Isle, Maine, going the opposite direction from the southwest to the northeast in April 2024, only 7 years after the 2017 eclipse. I'd like to talk about some of the pseudoscience surrounding eclipses, because I'm already seeing some end of the world of the week kind of things going on out there. So I'd like to kind of debunk a lot of the things about that the Earth's place in the universe is special as far as having eclipses, that they're more just a product of the certain vantage point we have in time and space. And while they're not as unique as you really think, that actually eclipses similar to ours do occur out in our solar system. We've highlighted that before. That's just a teaser of some of the ideas, and that's what I want to present, that what we're going to talk about over the coming weeks. I hope to drill down and actually get, if I can get some other projects done here, and start doing some production value with these sorts of broadcasts. But if you have any ideas out there, feel free to leave them in the comments, and we're about 4 months out now from the August 21st eclipse, so I hope to see you there along the path of totality.